When they make something happen, then they've made it a place that is worth. Then the happening in that shop will be known by a select few. One thing to ponder on is the difference between a select few and selecting a few. The difference lexically differentiates the introduction of a noun versus the introduction with an action verb. The starting with a noun tells a story of something. This noun makes a statement, even though the finish line is the main event. It is defined by an articulated adjective. This description gives more details within the story of the meaning and reasoning behind the word choice. It allows the noun to flourish and present some dignity. Allowances are acceptances of the assistance. This assistant presentation isn't actually necessary or needed. It simply acts as a cheerleader, flocking to the star player as he showboats like the yacht he owns. Selecting a few may grab a cigarette from your fresh pack. The phrase is introduced with an action, then has a middle circus act to both warm up and cool down the audience, and then is given an encore by the initial choice. All actors work inherently alongside one another, without one stealing too much attention from the other. This brings about a balance of power within the few selected. Disturb this balance and incite ignition switches. People tend to hide their inner thoughts, and only a traversed mission is a successful one. We need to learn to place ourselves in any possible situation. When testing our talents, the more environments we're adapted to, the more fit we will be to succeed in them each and every following time. Also, the more times we practice or do something, the more quickly we can efficiently complete the task. Eventually, it will become routine, so we can almost unconsciously complete an action with all the distractions in the world in an effective manner. This also saves us thinking time to complete the task. Just as something becomes routine or habitual, thinking time is salvaged. More thinking time gives our brains and bodies more time to do things further and beyond the present. The added time allows us to set our sights and goals even higher now that we're mindset into the future. Once we get to the point that our habits and routines are near masterful, we can usually uncover ways to profit off of them, or at least prosper greatly. If there is ever free time, then improving should be placed into that slot. There should rarely ever be free time in our lives, unless improving is considered free time. Even starting afresh sometimes in search of better improvement can be necessary. Air cleaned is free and should be taken advantage of. The only people we're stealing from are ourselves if we don't utilize it. Utilization brings about learning, which further helps us to better adapt. Improving our minds is one of the most productive, efficient things we can possibly do to sharpen one's mind capacity is to accelerate his or her life for the sake of bettering it. The stronger our minds become, the better our memories work. The better our memory works, the better our productions built side by side with our relationships too. To have the strength of mind is to have the strength of body. The strength of one's body is what further elevates us to have the excellence of reality in the world around us. This boosts our awareness of everything that makes us aware of us, what gives us a superior excelling to breach our own epitomes, or what we define as the epitome. The top of the greenery to us is what's true and familiar. When the life of the student celebrates, the stars point because they are the ones catching up to the lateness in life. This second is what counts. Counting up is the antenna of the world because it offers itself to all of us. Open doors wide to fully see opportunities. Now look outside, sit and think back to the good life when you had no obstacles and only one street. The easy life remains a dream world. It's in your dreams and in the past. This is only because we decided to be so. Our lives are decided up to no one but us. The good is what we make of it right now. Change something in the people we see. Do something and know people. The more people we know, the more we know. The reality is on the same floor as everyone else, especially those closest to us. A person's goal should be to have improvements to the point of acknowledgement. When one is an improved enough person to the point that they've reached acknowledgement, they've reached a new level of improvement. This is just to the point of reaching into a newer depth of the water level. This means that we've done enough to get the point out that people have to stop what they're doing.